Hello, Liz.
Hi.
Hi. Today I'm going to be interviewing you about yourself, really, and your approach to acting and how that kind of affects and works with your personal life.
Okay.
That's all right.
That's fine.
Can I start by asking how you are today?
I'm very well, actually. I'm a bit tired, but other than that, I'm well.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear.
How are you?
Oh, good too. Thank you.
Good.
Can I ask why you're an actor? What do you like about being an actor and acting?
What do I like about being an actor? It's a very hard question. Always been rather a difficult one to talk about. But I suppose the reason why I like acting is I think it's a very, very important thing, and I think it's a study of human behaviour and human interaction, and to present that on the stage or on film is very important. It's holding a mirror up to nature, isn't it, to use the words of William Shakespeare.
Indeed. You've said before that Cleopatra would be one of your favourite all-time roles. Could I ask you what it is about the role of Cleopatra that appeals to you?
I think I've always been tempted and enticed by Cleopatra because she's an incredibly powerful and interesting woman to play, with so many different sides and different guises that she employs in various situations. And I think that I suppose to some extent I see some of myself in her, and obviously, she's a fabulous kind of character to bring to life because there's so many resources to look at and places to find her.
So you say that she has relevance to you personally. Do you think that she also has a wider relevance to kind of society and women in general?
I'm sure she does, yeah. I mean, I think in terms of society she does, because I think that she uses her sexuality and uses her brain in a very, very, very clever way. Far more so than perhaps some modern characters that we know. And she's not afraid to use her femaleness and to use her power that she has as a woman to get her way and to get what she thinks is right.
And do you think that she kind of carries an element of acting herself? Would that be a fair observation?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, Cleopatra is an actress, isn't she? She's an actress herself. She knows what she's doing. Her life is some kind of performative show.
Now I'm going to ask you a bit about this project on set that you're doing at the minute.
Okay.
And of course, in the papers recently, there's been a lot about you and your co-star Richard Burton.
Yeah.
Could I ask you about the first time that you saw Richard?
Yeah, the first time I saw him actually was at the first kind of party thing that happened on set the first day we got here. It was nice, we just had a little chat and he seemed really, really lovely, and he's a very, very kind man, and it's nice to be surrounded by kind men, isn't it?
Can you remember what you talked about at all?
I seem to remember terribly. I know I shouldn't say this, but we rather moaned about the party and having to be stuck there. It went on forever. We talked about our love of wine and how the wine at this party wasn't particularly good.
I see.
And obviously we talked about our up and coming roles together and how we were going to play it.
Did you know that you would fall for him when you first met him, or is that something that's developed?
Well, I obviously liked him, but I think it's something that has developed, during the time. I mean, you must remember that being on a film set, you're very close. You become very close very quickly, and it is something that has developed. Yeah, but we obviously got on at first. Yes, we did.
Okay. How much do you think playing the roles of Antony and Cleopatra have kind of affected you, the two of you off screen, and has kind of acting out that great love story kind of pushed you two together in any way? Or?
Yeah, undoubtedly. Looking into somebody's eyes and talking those words and finding those deep emotions that those kind of lovers feel, Antony and Cleopatra, has affected myself and Richard's relationship enormously. I mean, within the first few days of meeting each other, you know, we're acting these scenes that are some of the most beautiful love scenes and powerful love scenes of all time.
Mm.
Going through those emotional steps and doing that together has acted as an acceleration of the relationship enormously.
Can you tell me about your first kiss with Richard?
Yeah, you mean the scene when he's in the bath to start with?
Yeah.
Well,
What was that scene?
it was very early on. We hadn't seen each other. We hadn't been working very long, and we do this great scene where it happens kind of quite naturally, really. And he just did it, and the first time he did it, I was completely kind of blown away by being so close to him, I suppose, as Cleopatra and as Liz. Elizabeth, even he calls me Liz, drives me mad.
Now, on the other hand, could I ask how this off-screen romance has affected your portrayal of the on-screen lovers?
Well, I suppose that having the romance off the screen has led to it being far more vivid on the screen, and you know, the more that you get to know somebody and fall in love and become close to each other, I'm sure that becomes an even bigger thing on camera when we're filming. And you know, Rich and I are very, very keen that this film remains a true and honest story, and I think that our love of each other will only help that.
Could I maybe put it another way? So, when I see you on screen kissing, is it a real kiss or is it an acted kiss? If you can put things in that way.
It's a very good question. It's a real kiss, isn't it? It's a real kiss. I'm kissing Richard, he's kissing me. I'm playing Cleopatra, he's playing Antony. We are... It's so difficult to find a line, if there is one, but for me it feels real, and we are acting in a false world, in a world that doesn't exist. But that stab of emotion, that moment of love, it is a real and true one, and that makes for good acting and good life as well, doesn't
it? Is Cleopatra's approach to romance also something that interested you in kind of in the tradition of an all for love type of idea in the end?
What her kind of
or do you see her more
apocalyptical nature of, you know, it's either all or nothing kind of thing?
Yeah, or do you see her in a more cynical way in terms of how the true character of Cleopatra went through these romances?
Okay, I see what you're saying. I think that she... There's no doubt in my mind, well, what I think of her anyway, is that she does completely and utterly love Antony, and that comes from a true place. But she's one of those women who has the ability to love a lot of people, and to use love, and to find love in all its varying guises. And I don't think that, you know, the way that the love works is necessarily right or wrong. It changes, doesn't it? There are different types of love.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I've seen in your private life, if you don't mind me saying.
No, that's what I'm getting at.
Yes.
You know, love changes. It's a multifaceted thing. It's not always the same thing, is it?
Okay, that's been very interesting. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you.
I'll let you get on with your makeup now.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.